Good morning, everybody, and welcome to STEM at Home. This is the third in a series of simple experiments that you can carry out at home during this lockdown period. And I hope you enjoyed making the Cartesian diver last week. And this week, we are going to look at two experiments that use static electricity. And just a little bit of historical background. To our knowledge, the Greeks were the first to discover static electricity, and the discovery happened over 2,600 years ago, about 600 BC. The Greeks didn't realize they had discovered static electricity, but they observed that when you rub fossilized tree resin or amber with animal fur, the resin attracted dried grass. And what I'm going to show you today are a couple of experiments, and then after the two experiments I'm going to offer a small explanation as to what happened and why it happened. This is one of the few times when I feel like a magician. So you can see I'm putting my finger near the straw, but I'm not actually touching it. And it's not actually magic, it's static electricity. And what I did beforehand was I just took a cloth, a straw. You don't need to rub it a lot, just rub the straw on the cloth. It gets charged with static electricity. You put it on the bottle and it's attracted towards your hand. Okay, working really well today. And what's actually happened is that when I rub the straw on the cloth, negative charges move from the cloth to the straw. It becomes negatively charged, and it's attracted to the positives in my hand. So there are positives and negatives in my hand, but it's attracted to the positives in my hand. And so whenever I put my finger near it, it will move towards my hand. So what's happening in a little bit more detail is the negatives in my hand are being pushed away, the positives in my hand are closer to it. There's a stronger force of attraction, and so the straw is attracted to my hand. A really simple experiment, and it's almost like you're doing real magic. Okay, the second experiment, you just need an empty drinks can, a balloon, and your cloth again. Put the drinks can down on a smooth surface, rub the balloon on the cloth. The balloon becomes negatively charged. That's all I need to do. Hold it near the can. And the can rolls towards the balloon. One more time. So what's happening here is that I charge the balloon on the cloth. The balloon becomes negatively charged. Now when I hold the balloon near the can, the negative charges in the can are being repelled to the far side, and the positive charges stay where they are. They're much closer to the negative charges on the balloon, and the attractive force is much greater, and so the can rolls across the table. So two really quite simple experiments for you to do, for you to start to think about or get a deeper understanding of static electricity. Now here's a little bit of further explanation about static electricity and how we can make static electricity. And what you see here is a balloon and a woolly jumper, and there's a wall. Now everything has positive and negative charges in it, and under normal circumstances it has the same number of positive and negative charges. So this balloon has got 4 red dots, 4 positives and 4 negative charges. But when I rub the balloon against the jumper, you get friction, you create a force due to friction, and the balloon and the jumper heat up, and that allows movement of charges from one to the other. So you can see the negative charges have moved onto the balloon and moved off the jumper. And if I bring the balloon close to the wall, the negative charges get pushed away. The negative charges in the wall get pushed away, and the positive charges, which can't move, they stay where they are, and because they are closer, there's a greater force of attraction between the positive charges in the wall and the negative charges in the balloon. So you could try this experiment as well. Rub a balloon against your hair and try and get it to stick to the wall, and you can see an explanation here as to why that happens. And I would love to see your videos or photographs of the experiments that you have done for static electricity, or from the previous 2 weeks. And I hope you enjoyed this week's experiments for STEM at Home. Thank you.